Hi guys, today I want to show you the new features in Command Wars Beta Release 20, just released a few days ago. The first new and probably the biggest and feature of the new release is an Android build, so you can now download an APK file from GitHub, install it on your Android and play Command Wars on your smartphone or tablet, whatever you have, just like you could on PC. So here are some screenshots from inside the game. As you can see, pretty much everything is more or less the same as on the PC version. The only difference is you may have sometimes a slide in button like in the map editor or during a match, or here for the map description, so you can always slide that in to get some additional information and slide it back if you don't, because you don't have that much space on the smartphone compared to a PC. There are two things which are not supported inside Commander Wars for Android. The first thing is SEO styles. If you select a SEO, you can create a custom style for your SEO, like for Hachi here, for example. You can give him a purple head, some blue shirt or something like that. On Android you can only use the predefined SEO styles. Some SEOs don't have a predefined SEO style, so you're limited to the only existing one. The major reason why this isn't supported on Android is because the color selector here takes way too much space on an Android phone, so there's pretty much not the space to select a custom color. So I removed that option from the Android build. Second thing that's not supported is another color picking feature. That's if you're selecting a player, you can click on the color here, and that brings up a color selector as well, so you can select any custom color you want for a faction and play with a custom created unit set or color set, I should say. That's not possible on Android build. You're limited to the predefined armies. Yeah, the next feature added with the new release is mirrored random maps, so you can select mirrored map. You can't create mirrored maps for 3 players or 5 players, so only for even numbers, and for player numbers which can be divided by 2 and not by 4. The map is either mirrored along the x-axis or the y-axis, or is rotated around on one of those axes. So if we create one, you can see this map is rotated along the x-axis. If we create a random map for 4 players, for example, with a mirrored style, it's always mirrored alongside the x-axis and the y-axis. Yeah. Another feature, or fix I should say, the importing of Advanced Wars by Web wasn't working for 2 factions, I believe. That has been fixed, so you should be able to import all Advanced Wars by Web maps correctly now without any issues. The next thing that what got fixed is in sometimes you may have realized that you got a sticky tooltip, so the tooltip just didn't disappear anymore. That one has been around for 5, 6, 7 releases, and I was finally able to find the reason why the tooltip got stuck, so that's no longer happening. So the next small feature we got a lot of new CEO specific units which can only build or produce by certain CEOs. The first unit is the attack cycle bike. This is a bike which only has a bazooka but with the movement range of a motorbike, so it's pretty vulnerable to infantry units, but it can get pretty cost-effective trades against tanks, artilleries, weapons and so on. Then we got the commando unit. This one is a little bit special. It's more or less a mech, but it gets stealthed or cloaked, I should say, if it is in a mountain. So moving into a mountain makes it cloaked, invisible for enemy players. Then we have a partisan unit. This one is blocking or reducing captures. So as long as the partisan is near a building that gets captured, the capture rate of the infantry gets reduced. Then we have the autocannon. This unit can move and fire twice. So it can move and fire and then fire again. But the moment it fired the first time, it can't move again. So the first action must be the move action. It can't fire, move and fire, for example, or fire and move away. So the moment it attacks, it gets stuck onto the place. Then we have the chaperon unit. This one is a special unit. If an indirect attack happens in a range of 3, I believe, this indirect attack gets negated based on the HP of a chaperon, but each chaperon can only interrupt one indirect attack, so it's pretty much shield against indirect attacks. Then we got the hot tank. The hot tank is pretty much a recon with a little bit more movement, but with the option to it gains firepower the further it moves. So attacking without moving is less effective compared to moving 6 files, for example. And next unit we have here is the Intel truck. The Intel truck is similar to the commando. It has an action which can cloak units. But remember, cloaked units are not the same as stealth units like submarines or stealth bombers. Cloaked units are only invisible, but they cannot be attacked by any other units still. So the moment they get revealed, you can attack cloaked units with any other unit. The next thing we got is the logistic truck here. The logistic truck is pretty much an APC without the option to transport infantries, but you gain ammo, gain money based on the amount of ammo and fuel you refill with it. Pair tanks out. Yeah, then we have siege cannon. The siege cannon is pretty much a longer range rocket thrower. Which gains firepower if it doesn't move. Then we have a cool new unit or custom CO unit, that's the smuggler. The smuggler can be repaired on any building, so including neutral buildings for free. So if you move it onto a neutral building, it gains 2 HP. Same for enemy buildings or own buildings. On own buildings it gains 4 HP, so 2 free and 2 paid repairs. It can also resupply 1 unit every time it got refilled itself, and for the rest it's more or less a weaken. And the final new CO-specific unit is the Tank Hunter. It's pretty much a medium tank, but with the option to, or when it attacks an enemy unit, it will drain a lot of fuel from the enemy. Yeah, that's all the new CO-specific units. You may have realized already that buildings, for example the crystal tank, crystal or monolith or obelisk, depending on the region you're playing, got a new look / new color table. So Cartwright joined the Commandoverse team a little while ago and did an amazing work with adding or editing the existing sprites or getting them from the original games and adding color tables / color system to them, so all units have the same look and feel like in Advance Wars. And he added a lot of new battle animation sprites for most of it. So the next we are going is jumping into a small map, because that's one of the biggest changes in the current release is our battle animations. So most factions that were added to Commander Wars now have a new unique look and feel. So if you look at the Ember Corona units, for example, you can see that those units got a new outfit. Same for Brown Desert, so we have some cool new medium tanks, anti-air units, so I really like the anti-air, to be honest. Same for pretty much all Brown Desert army units. They look really fantastic. I really like them. Yeah, Golden Sun is one of the few factions that isn't completed yet. Cartwright only added the infantry and mech units so far. Still a cool job here. Pink Frontier got a new look and feel for most of its units. Teal Isle as well. So medium tanks, anti-air, light tank, artillery, APC, mech, infantry, rocket thrower, anti-missile, some battle copters. If you look exactly, you can see that's not exactly a Green Earth helicopter, but pretty close to it. The only units that didn't got an upgrade or a unique model are pretty much the C units and the bombers. So some factions have a new unique outfit like the Metal Army bomber, but for most parts the bombers, copters, landers and so on don't have a unique look and feel. But hovercrafts have a new unique outfit, so where we go. Hovercrafts also got a small change where got reduced movement. and they can't move over all sea tiles anymore. So we got pretty much nerfed in that regard, but got a more unique purpose on attacking across rivers. So hovercrafts are good for getting across river choke points, but they are not so good on open terrain or terrain where are no rivers. Yeah, battle animations as well got some new screen shake, and for sea and units and bombers we got a move-in animation now, where you can see the full model. So if I attack a cruiser here, you see how the and then we got a screen shake alongside the Y-axis like in the Advance Wars games, and impact animation was there before. Another change we got is normally units were simply fading out. So if you can see units get an explosion animation. So that was added, the same for air units, attacking units. Should now feel a lot more like in the Advance Wars series. Same infantry and mech units have a dying animation, and the whole animation process should be a lot smoother. Some animation fixes, like for the mech, now the firing of the mech sprites are corrected, or for battle copters, let's see, attack, here, you can see that the smoke from firing with the rockets has been added. Another thing, the crystal tank, one of my favorites, Calculate added new battle animations for the crystal tank. So we got a cool laser. I could watch that animation 1,000 times. Yeah, mega tanks. Contrary to the Advance Wars Dual Strike animations, now each faction has its soldier inside the mega tank sitting and attacking. You can see that the soldier is a little bit blinking. I don't know how to describe it. Pipe runners as well have now a cool battle animation. Also, the backdrops of all terrains have been updated and reworked. So for planes, if it snows, you get now also a snowy backdrop when fighting or attacking. Some of the HQs, towns, backgrounds have been added, so now you can see, like in the Advance Wars series, the Orange Star or Blue Moon towns or Yellow Comet towns when fighting on them, if it's owned by that specific faction. Yeah, the cruiser animation also is now pretty much like in the Advance Wars series. Also, I don't know if you know it, but in the original Advance Wars games, there's a attack animation for the cruiser. We are using that now, and added the option for cruisers to attack ground units. They attack with the damage of a light around a light tank, G. So your cruisers are good against infantry units, but they don't do any damage with their anti-air gun when attacking any armored targets. So this should add some options to your 2 C units. So most C units now have an interaction with ground units. Also, Storm here. As you can see, we can now have for some COs, mainly the Advanced Wars 1 COs, with their Advanced Wars 1 style, we have animated faces if they are sad or happy. So Max and can be happy or sad, depending on the damage of their units. Yes, I believe that's all regarding battle animations. So just try it out, you will see there are a lot of animations now, and fighting against different factions gives it a unique look and feel. Once again, very good job, Copyright here. And thank you for your check. Yes, I believe that are the most important changes to the game. The rest, yeah, there have been performance improvements. So if you load a game, a map should pretty much load instantly. So overall, the performance of the game has improved. You can also notice this when using the map editor. It's pretty smooth. For example, if you place C, it's a smooth feeling like in the Advanced Wars games. That wasn't the case in previous versions of the game. So that has been improved, and I hope you will notice this on your PCs as well. Yeah, that's it for me. I hope you enjoy playing Advanced Wars with Commando Wars, and see you. Bye.